This is Amarjot Singh, and of course, today is October 23rd. I'm in Edmonton, Alberta. It's nice, sunny, not much cold yet in Canada. And I'm here to talk as regularly on one of my immigration updates in which I discuss immigration problems, immigration issues, immigration news, tips, any case, anything that somebody needs to discuss. And I have my phone with me. And my phone number is listed right on the top on the screen, 780-707-4831. So you can always talk and you can ask me a question. One of the things that I wanted to discuss today is changes in AINP. As you know, AINP is a PNP program in Alberta. Recently, there were some changes just last week, and these changes will be implemented in January of next year. Starting from January 2nd, you will be able to apply under the new program. The new program has some few changes, and I posted some a video actually. Let me just write this down here so that you can see. So I posted some videos about, let me see this one, I think. Yeah, so this is a video that I posted just from the screen about what those changes are. So briefly, all the other categories will be changed and amalgamated into one single category. You need to have minimum of 12 months experience in Canada in the past 18 or 2 years in the past 3 in overseas, and you must have a work permit in Canada so that you can apply for AINP. Plus, there's a minimum income requirement of 24,000 plus. I forgot the ratio, what that figure is. Minimum of 24,000. So, and unless you have these two, you will not be able to apply for AINP. Earlier, what used to happen is that anybody who had a job on the day one, they could apply directly, but now will not be able to apply. All right. Ghulam Abbas, who joined in? Who's Ghulam Abbas? So would you tell me how can I get work permit for Canada? Ghulam Abbas, I do not know where you are, who you are. You have to apply for the job directly with the employer. I'm not in the job search business. I get these questions all the time. Find me a job, and I tell them, hey, I'm not a manpower broker or manpower agent. So you have to find a job on your own by directly contacting some employers. If you can get a job, then you have the work permit, and then you can apply for the work visa in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, wherever that Canadian embassy is. So that's the reality. We were talking about AINP. AINP, as you know, the changes are coming. So the last date to apply under the existing rules is December 31st of this year. So we got another 2 more months or so. Anybody who's qualified, they can apply. Otherwise, the new rules will apply starting from January 2nd. There's news coming in Canada about a lot of refugees who have come here crossing from US to Canada. Toronto Star is reporting that many of these refugees are getting asylum here, more than 70%. Actually, that's a lot. Let me see who else is joining us. Ghulam Abbas, so visit is possible. Yes, you can apply for visit visa. I mean, there's nothing I can do. You can apply for tourist visa, and then they have to decide whether they will give it to you or not. All right. So it's not something, you don't need the help of a lawyer. You can pretty much apply on your own. All right. So who else is joining in? Manuel Islam, as a Bangladeshi, can I get job visa? Yes, anybody can get a job visa, whether you're Bangladeshi or Burmese or Nepal or something. You got to have a job first, and then you apply for a job visa. All right, so that's the key. When I don't do the job search, all right, so you do the job search on your own, and then you apply. Unless you qualify for express entry, then you can look at your points and then apply as a express entry applicant. I was looking at a news item. I'm going to just read for you. There was an item here in the local newspaper that many people who are crossing the border from US. Most of these people are in US from Haiti or Latin American countries in a different TPS status, and they were crossing border because Mr. Trump says maybe they will not prolong the TPS, and they are coming to Canada. Literally 70% of the groups that have been assessed so far got the refugee status in in Canada, which is a very high score. It looks like to me maybe because they are from a select geographic group that may have skewed the percentage, but nonetheless, 70% is a lot more than the regular. I think the regular is hardly 15 or 20%, which I may be wrong. I don't expect more than 15, 20% from the general population for people applying for refugee. But this group, this cohort has got more than 70% of people who have got, refugee, which is quite remarkable. One of the questions that I routinely get from people who are coming from different countries, that they already have a tourist visa, and now if they have the tourist visa, now they think they're going to take advantage of tourist visa and not go back to their home country, and then can they convert into work permit and stay here permanently? That means on tourist visa, that means never go back. There are a couple of I've talked about this many times. There are a couple of issues here. One is when you have a tourist visa or a business visitor visa. Let me just take these calls, guys. I don't know who's calling them. So who is this? Dharamveer. Dharamveer is joining in from, hello sir, from 2012. I was Malaysia tourist visa illegal, but the last I paid compound. I don't know what that means. Last compound I came legally, but I've lost that passport deal with Malaysia. Malaysian embassy do not provide PCs on this. We have tried with embassy. Should I state my background not in Canada? Oh, no. You cannot hide anything with Canada. You got to mention everything. If you lost your passport or whatever, you got to mention everything to Canada, because otherwise it will make misrepresentation. All right. So I hope you understand this very clearly. Who else is joining in? Zorawar Singh, I'm ITI with any experience ban is eligible. Zorawar Singh, you need a job offer to be eligible on a federal skilled trade class or a ITI experience. And 5.5 band is okay for trade class, but for FSTC, you need a job offer. So that is a must. All right, Zorawar Singh, I hope you get my response. Get a job. All right, that's what you need. I was talking about the concept of people coming here on tourist visa and then being able to convert to work permit. The problem is when you apply for a tourist visa or visitor visa or a business visa or come visitor visa, which is like a V1 category, you tell the Canadian visa officer in that country that you are going there for temporary, maybe attending a marriage or a birthday or maybe just meeting somebody in those situations. I mean, you are telling the Canadian government that you are going there for brief, for maybe 1 month or 2 months, and all of a sudden now you are finding a job, you are applying for work visa. This is not good for your immigration future in Canada, because that information is shared by all Canadian visa officers and Canadian immigration officers. They knew that you have come on a visitor visa, and now, hey, all of a sudden your intention has changed from being a visitor to a long-term permanent immigrant. So the application is likely to be refused. That's number one thing to understand. Number two, if ever there is a change in your circumstances, that you generally get a job, which is a solid job, long term, not like a small cleaning job or one of those. Can I take this guy? Who is this guy? Philip Corono. I don't know, where is he from? Philip Corono, I'll be marrying my Canadian wife here, but I'm in to Canada. What happens? Philip Corono, where are you from? Marrying a Canadian wife in US. You are in US. Are you a US citizen? Where are you from? If you're marrying a Canadian wife, but if you are inadmissible, it does not matter where you're from, actually, either from your US citizen or an African citizen. If you are inadmissible, your inadmissibility has to be solved in advance before you do any application. So you need to talk to an immigration lawyer to find out why you are inadmissible and what is the relief available for your inadmissibility. All right, so that's what you have to do. I hope you get my answer. So check your inadmissibility, find out if you have been convicted or jail or medical, criminal inadmissibility. We don't know, but whatever that is, you need to solve that inadmissibility before you marry your Canadian wife, and the Canadian wife sponsors you for Canada. Actually, even in US also, if you apply for green card, for example, you still have to be cleared of any inadmissibility previously that you have. So I hope you understand this very clearly, because otherwise your application will be turned down anyway. I was talking about, visitor visa people applying, and then the visa officers are suspicious. Why you getting a job? Even if you get a genuine job, you apply for work visa, then your work visa application is not processed and not finalized within Canada. The application goes outside. So if somebody's on a V1 visa, the application for that work visa goes to office in Los Angeles or New York, and they will decide whether they should give you the visa or not. If at all they give you the visa, all right. First of all, it takes about 3 to 4 months. If at all they give you they approve the visa, they will send you a request, and you can send your passport by FedEx or courier to Los Angeles, and then you get the work visa stamp on your passport, and then you have the passport with the work visa. And then now what you have to do is you have to go to the CBSA officer on the port of entry to get the work permit issued. And then again, CBSA may scrutinize you further. How did you get this job? And, what do you do? How are you sustaining yourself for a few months in Canada? Were you working illegally and stuff? So CBSA is the last frontier. They can even deny you. I mean, all right. So it's not a guarantee that you got the work visa stamp on your passport and now you can get the work permit. I mean, things can go wrong even at that stage. And then you get the work permit. So as you see, there are a lot of hoops here for you to cross over from visitor visa to work permit. I always recommend people to actually go back to the home country. If you have a job, if you have a LMI and job offer, you should return to your home country, let's say India, Pakistan, wherever, Italy, wherever you're coming from, and then apply from there. That is the best and safest as far as immigration outcome is concerned. All right, anything else is dicey, and a lot of things can go wrong. I have with me, let me show you what that is. This is an encyclopedia. So you see Immigration Practitioners Handbook. Actually, this is old though, 2012, I'm sure. There are new ones. I wanted to read some categories of people who have to go to the port of entry. A lot of people are confused on, once you get an approval, do I have to go to the border, U.S. border, Canadian border to get the work permit? I am reading from the handbook, please. Yes, Immigration Practitioners Handbook. Who are the people who have to go to the port of entry, who can go without a visa and to get the permit issued? One is U.S. citizens and residents, like green card residents. A second category is people who are LMO exempt. There are some people who are LMO exempt. That means they don't require LMO, like NAFTA, GATT. The spouses of students, spouses of work permit holders, so they are LMO exempt. They can easily go to the border entry, even though they may not have the U.S. visa, but they can go there. Number three categories, which are called TRV exempt. Some countries passport don't need a visa. That means they don't need a temporary resident visa like European passport, Australian, something. So if an Italian passport holder is here and he gets a job offer, and then he can take the job offer and the LMO and both of those things to go to the border, and then he can get the work permit issued from there, right? So you have to be TRV exempt. You cannot have a Bangladeshi passport or Pakistani passport, who requires a visa. If you don't even have the visa, so you can go to the border and they will cancel you and then probably deport you right from the border itself. Number four, the requirement for all these three categories is that if the medical examination is necessary, the medical results must be available. So for example, if you're applying for a medical job or so, which mandates that you must have a medical examination result. So if you go there without the medical examination result, they will cancel it or they will not give it to you and they'll say go and reapply later on. So you must have the medical results available for you to get this instantly issued. All other people who have to apply from outside Canada, who are these people? For example, even if you're in Canada, but you may have to leave Canada and go outside. Number one category is somebody who requires a TRV. If you don't require a TRV, you got to apply, from outside. All right. Number two, people who require medicals, unless medical results are already available at the time of entry. Earlier, the first entry, if the medical results were available, that's fine. If not, then you have to apply from outside. Outside means outside the border. You have to exit the country. Number three is, there's a special category called a youth exchange program where young people from certain countries can come here, other than U.S. residents. All right. So people from many of the European countries, they can come here on a holiday exchange visa, or it's called IEC category, between 18 and 13. They work here and they live here, and part-time work. those are the people. They have to apply outside. That means they cannot, let's say somebody who has a British passport, if they are already in Canada and they want to apply for IEC category, I mean, if the quota is available, so they cannot apply from Vegetable. They have to go and apply outside Canada. That means they have to leave the country and apply directly by coming in from outside. Number 4 category is a special agriculture worker, which is an agriculture category that cannot be applied within Canada. You have to apply it from outside Canada. Live-in caregivers is the last category where you have to apply for most. I know many of the Filipino applicants which make the bulk of the category for live-in caregivers. Sometimes they are on a visitor visa or student visa or some other work visa, and they get a job offer as a caregiver, and they wonder, hey, how do we apply for the work permit and how do we apply for work visa? They have to exit the country. The application must go outside, even if they are here. So that's something to know. Let me see the question here. Ehsan, I'm an Australian student visa, want to visit Canada. How much chances get visa? Sir, Ehsan, this question is like, gosh, I am, I am blah, blah, blah. What is the chance of getting a lottery? I mean, we don't know. If you're on a student visa, visit Canada. Why are you visiting Canada? Who's inviting you? I mean, a visa officer of the Canada visa officer in Sydney have to understand, will you return back to Australia or not? So it is a difficult question for me to answer as it is, all right? So I hope you don't mind. Novi Badge, Novi, how are you? I like your name, Novi Shastri Kaus. I have 2 times refusal, 2 plus 2, 57% and plus 2 BCA Masters. MIs can apply for student, yes. I don't know what is the reason of a 2 times refusal. Anybody can apply for student visa, but I have to see the refusal. What are you refused for, and whether it's something is harmless or is simple or a big time refusal, right? So I have to look at those things now. 6.5, that's good. Who else is joined? Nabil Mustafa Ali, Masters in Microbiology, 1 experience can apply for. Yes, you are a Master of Microbiology. Good. That's a good degree. You have 1 year experience. You are eligible for express entry if you have English IELTS language score, which is minimum 6 each. So check your points, and then you can file your express entry application with family. All right, Nabil, good luck to you. Sukhmander Daliwal, I like your name, Sukhmander. Hello, sir. My wife wants to move from New Zealand to Canada. She already done MSc and undergraduate diploma. Yes, so sure, you could move ahead. What's the problem? Express entry the application if she has the experience. Otherwise, student visa. All right. All over the world, Indian applicants, they all want to study. All the life keep on studying something till you get some. All right. That's what happening. Tillon Saab, I'm an Indian. I know you're an Indian. I'm working in Qatar, Doha. I applied online Canada work permit with approval. Somebody file, I want you to know normal process. Hey, Tillon Saab, your lawyer submitted your file online. Why are you not asking this question to your lawyer? Your lawyer must have made money. They must have charged money, or they must have been charging money. So why don't you ask the question to them directly? Or maybe you ask that they are not giving the answer. What kind of lawyer is he? Make sure you have an approved, registered consultant or a lawyer with a member of law society, and then to know what they got to tell you. All right, so you have to check the processing time in Qatar, Doha time, which I do not know. I know in some countries it takes longer, some countries take a short time. So I know in India it could take about 1 month plus or so. But you got to check on CIC website what is the processing time there. All right, so I hope that's what you do. Who else is asking question? Preet Grewal. I'm a live caregiver. Yes, you can apply. Apply for what? Preet Grewal, you got to have a job offer for applying for a caregiver, all right? So without the job offer, you'll not be able to apply. So that's what you need. Who else is applying? Sir, Canada visa, work visa, milda hai. Rajiv Mehta, everything is milda, right? You got to know how to get it. वर्क वीजा ਲਈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਜੌਬ ਦੀ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤਲਾਸ਼ ਤੇ ਕਰੋ ਜੌਬ ਤੇ ਲਿਓ ਜੌਬ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ ਤੇ ਵਰਕ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਵੀ ਮਿਲਣੇ ਦਾ ਰਸਤਾ ਖੁੱਲਣਾ ਹੈ ਸਰ ਜੀ Rajiv Mehta, I hope your answer is okay. I mean, this is what the thing is, job visa. The whole of the world wants job visa, but who has the job? Somebody who's a big employer, a small employer, doesn't matter. They are hiring people and they will file the work visa for you. You cannot generate the work visa on your own by sitting in your living room and say, hey, we want the work visa. That's why all these agents are making money. A lot of agents and other unscrupulous consultants are charging 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. I don't know how much money are they charging people to rent them a jobs, which is nonsense. I mean, that doesn't exist. So I mean, you got to be very careful. You have to apply and get the job on your own directly without any broker. So smart Zalmay, yes, you're smart Zalmay. So can I apply for Canada immigration if not graduate from university? Yes, you can apply for Canada immigration even if you're not a graduate, and because graduation is not a mandatory requirement of immigration. I mean, graduation helps you get points, but even if you have a high school diploma or equivalent of high school diploma, and then you can, get points on other bases like age, experience, and English something. So yeah, graduation is not a mandatory. I don't know who said that. Smart Zalme, I know you are smart. Udesha. Yes, I like the word Udesha Shukla. So you're doing a great job. Udesha Shukla, you are doing a great job by having a good name, though. I like your name. I've never heard this name before. Udesh Shukla. Udesh is a Hindi for objective, right? Maksad. So that's what it is. So I always keep telling people about, be careful on just about, I think yesterday I got a job offer from somebody from India who was given a job by somebody, so-called consultant in Canada, and they were get a fake job description. You will get this much salary, you will get blah, 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 something, and obviously it is fake, and they always want you to pay money in advance, like $1,000 or plus. So it's a fake job, of course, and they scam you like this. And they know that many people in developing world are desperate and eager to get a job offer, and that's how they take you for a ride. So be very careful. Who is the smart Zalme? Smart Zalme. I like the word smart Zalme. I have a high school diploma, 2 college, more than 10 years experience. Can you help on how to apply? Smart Zalme, you have to contact me separately because this is a general discussion. You can do your express entry assessment on your own on the CIC website, and you can see some of my videos that I have posted on YouTube. If you want me to look at your case specifically, I have to charge you some assessment fee and then look at your points separately. All right. So you have a choice. Either you can do it on your own, save money, or if you cannot, then come to me. I'll charge you $220. I'll look at your eligibility and your points, everything, and I tell you what documents are needed, and then you can apply if you want to apply on your own, or I can apply, whichever works out best for you. All right. Sahil Lavish, I like those names. Lavish, I like. So I've completed Bachelor of Accounting in Australia. Is there any chance to migrate to? This is the same question again and again and again from Australia. Yes, you can apply for express entry if you have the experience. Without your experience, not be able to apply. I mean, that's the end of it. You guys, you should go. Anybody who's listening to my video here, you should go to my website and look at on the right hand side. There's a small link on express entry assessment. And take a look at the video. It tells you how to assess your points. And if you have the points, you can make your own express entry application profile, and then you are on, depending on how many points you get. So that's the final on the express entry. I was completing my earlier discussion on who can apply from within Canada, who can apply from outside Canada. So many people are constantly asking me questions. If I get a visit visa to Canada, I come here, can you arrange me a job so that I can get the work permit? I don't have to go back. So I mean, I do not know how people get this idea from Trump travel agents and everything. Let me just take the smart Zalme. Can I amount conservatively convert to the fees that are required to pay later? Yes, Smart Zalme, I can reduce that fee from my total package. If you want to, I can reduce the package. My total, I take express entry applications for $4,000. Many people in India and other countries, they take it for, I think, $1,000 or 2,000, sometimes lakh rupees, something. But that's not me. I mean, we do case from here, from Canada. We don't do it from India, right? So our total fees is 4,000, and then out of 4,000, I will reduce $220 the initial consultation. But hey, if you don't want to pay 4,000, you don't have to. You get to learn from me, and then you file on your own if you want to. I mean, no, no surprise there. Many people do that and save money, and I encourage people who want to apply on their own. So not a problem. But hey, if I have to do the work for you, I have to charge you money, just like you work for your company or make money through your self business. You earn money, and that's my professional income. That's what I do. All right. So that's the value of my time and energy. So I hope you understand. How long do you want experience, full-time, part-time, unpaid? So Sahil Lavish, minimum 1 year of experience needed, full-time or equivalent and part-time. All right, so you have got to go to the Express Entry assessment video on the website to take a look at all those things. All right, so that's what you have to do. Who else is typing questions? Smat Zelme, I'm lost with the GLs. Smat Zelme, call me. You might have my number right on the screen or on the Facebook. Send me an email after 15 minutes from now. All right, so we can take those private discussions outside from this public. All right, you don't want to use this time for your private thing for the whole group here. All right, so call me after 15 minutes or so. Udesh Shukla, I was working in Qatar for 60 minutes. Qatar got isolated. Now I'm starting my work visa for Abu Dhabi. In charge to get work visa. My work, help me get. Udesh Shukla, yes, you have to find a job on your own. Doesn't matter which country you're working on. Right now, you have got to find a job offer on your own, and then you can apply for work permit to Canada. All right, so that is true for everybody, not only for you, but for everybody. Smart Zalme, yes, I like the word Smart Zalme. I must get your name idea like this, Smart Amarjo, the Smart this, or maybe how about Mr. Trump, Smart Trump or Smart something. So it's a nice and wonderful idea. Who else is joining in? Babar Anis. I like the word Babar. I used to read Indian history, and I discovered all these Mughals who came through, and Babar, Humayun, Akbar, Aurangzeb, something, and I still see those names Babar. When I see name Babar, I'm reminded of the Mughal Emperor Babar. Sir, I have 16 years education, master in mechanical engineering. I have one experience in school. Do you have? Yes, of course, Babar Anis, you have a great chance. Master's in mechanical engineering is a great education. You got 1 year experience. Your IELTS scored is 6.5. That is excellent. Look at your points and apply for Express Entry. That's the thing what you need to do, Babar. Where are you? Are you in Pakistan or wherever you are? Follow the Express Entry assessment grid. Look at your points and then apply. You got to have minimum of 400 plus, unless, maybe more, of course. But with less than 400, there's no chance, all right. So who else is joining in? Preet Grewal. Sir, live-in caregiver, like eligibility please in Canada to job letter de LMIA to bina hor ki chahida hai, kinna time lagda hai process mil ja. Preet Grewal, caregiver ਲਈ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ EMPLOYER ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰੋ, ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹਾਇਰ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਲਈ ਟੇਕ ਕੇਅਰ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਜਾਂ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਟੇਕ ਕੇਅਰ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਹਾਇਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ। ਨੰਬਰ 1 ਜਿਹੜੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨੌਕਰੀ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੈ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਹੀ LMIA ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਵਿਦ ਇਨ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਇਟ ਵਿਲ ਟੇਕ 3-4 months ਮਿਨੀਮਮ। ਜਦੋਂ LMIA ਮਿਲ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਲਿਵ ਇਨ ਕੇਅਰ ਗਿਵਰ ਲਈ ਡਿਪੈਂਡ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਕੈਟੇਗਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ, ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਨੀਮਮ ਜਾਂ ਤੇ 6 months ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜਾਂ 1 year ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ। ਉਹਦੇ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ, ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਸਕੋਰ ਮੇ ਤੇ ਮਿਨੀਮਮ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਡਿਪੈਂਡਿੰਗ ਔਨ ਲੈਟਸ ਸੇ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਦੀ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਅਗਰ ਹੈ ਦੈਨ ਯੂ ਮਸਟ ਹੈਵ ਦੋਸ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਨੂੰ ਤਲਾਸ਼ ਕਰੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜੌਬ ਦੇਗੀ ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ ਵੀ ਕੈਨ ਗੋ ਫਰੋਮ ਦੇਅਰ। ਉਹਦੇ ਬਗੈਰ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੈਠੇ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ family ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜੌਬ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੈ they will do all the paperwork, all right? So you don't have to worry about those things. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਸ ਖੋਜ ਕਰੋ ਕੌਣ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜੌਬ ਦੇਗਾ। Aman Nav, sir, can apply for skilled work visa after post basic? Yes, Aman Nav, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜੌਬ ਤਾਂ ਮਿਲੇਗੀ ਤਾਂ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ। You got to have a job offer, then you can apply for work visa. What kind of nursing job can you get? I bet if you're an RN from your country, you need an RN license in Canada actually to get a similar job, or maybe unless you want to go for a nursing assistant or something. So that's the reality. Salmat Jalme means Jawan. Oh, wow. Jalme means Jawan in Urdu or Munda in Punjabi. I don't know what a Munda in Punjabi means. Jawan. Jawan means maybe young, I think. Oh, that's okay. Kyunki Jawan in Urdu and Munda in Punjabi are totally different things. Munda in Punjabi is like a guy, like a boy, right? So Jawan is Jawan, somebody who's a youthful. So I don't know. I don't know much about languages, but that's what it is. Who else is joining in? They can also always ask me question. My phone number in Canada is 780-707-4831. It also has a WhatsApp, so you can always connect with WhatsApp and contact from there if you have lacking long distance. I was planning to go to Amritsar in the middle of November, which I don't know if the program is still there or not, but if it is, then around, I think the middle of November, which I don't know, around 13 or 14, I will be there for 3-4 days. But hey, just keep looking for updates through Facebook. If you are in that area, or you can come to that area, I'm most glad to meet you in person, and then we can see if there's something I can do for you. All right, so that's a possibility. So Amritsar may be available. I do not know. I'm still talking to the sponsors who are arranging the seminar. I haven't heard from them yet, and I don't want to press them if they're not ready. So I have to wait for them. All right, so Uday Shukla. So first of all, I have to come to Canada visiting, but then I have to search for employers. Uday Shukla, you can search for employers any way you like. If you want to search from the online from there, or you want to come to Canada and then search, it does not matter. Let me just ask you this. I am from India. If I have to search for jobs in India, for example, can I search for jobs by sitting here in Canada, or do I have to actually fly to New Delhi and meet the employers? It is my wish. All right, so either way, it does not matter. The employees have to be contacted, and whatever that is. Is it legal? What do you mean, is it legal? Uday Shukla, yes, anything is legal. You can come and talk. If you have a visitor visa, you can come and talk to the employers, and then you can always interview them. It's not illegal to take interviews. What is illegal is to start working without the work visa. That is illegal. So on a visit visa, you can come and talk to different people and then say, hey, we got the job interview, we got the job for, now I'm going back to my country and applying from there. All right, so that's perfectly legal. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, I know somebody who applied for a visit visa from India, and the purpose of the visit visa, they wrote in the application form, I am going to Canada to look for employer, and the visa officer gave them the job, the work visa. I mean, sorry. The visa officer gave them the visit visa and say, yeah, sure, go for it. Give them a 3-month visit visa, and then go for search for employers, and then come back with a job offer in LMIA, then apply for work. So that's what they told him, and then he got the visit visa. So it's perfectly legal. I hope you understand. All right. Who else is joining in? Virender Sandhu. I've sent grad in technical and 3 years experience in technical. After I got a job, after I got John in PP. I don't know what that PP means. John, Punjab Police. So experience recounted for the 3 experience. Yeah. So your job experience is always counted from the time, whatever job experience category that you're using, from the time that you have completed the essential requirements. So if you have a technical experience, you need to have ITI or whatever that is, and that's what you see from there. So if you are taking a job as a mechanic, so you need to have the relevant qualification like ITI or Polytechnic, and from that date, then you are eligible now to practice the mechanic trade, and then the experience is counted from that. So I know PP Punjab Police. All right, so that's good. Nabil Mustafan Ali, 40 years education. I got diploma in mechanical engineering, 3 years, 5 years. What a chance to get it. Oh, so Nabil, you got a good chance. Go check out your points. Check out your express entry points in CRS, and then see what your points are. If your points are more than 400, 420, you should make the profile. If not, then wait. So that's what it is. That's how there are 17 people watching or listening in. I don't know where, but guys, if you have any other question, a general question, you should call or ask question. I'll try my best to answer those questions. This is a month of November. November is coming. So around 1st November or so, around another 2 weeks or so, the Minister of Immigration in Canada is obliged to present a report for the annual planning for the immigration in the coming year. So whatever the quota is, whatever the priority is, the annual CIC minister's report will be out soon, and then you'll be able to see what is going to happen, any changes. So watch out for some news in the CIC minister's report is stable to the Parliament. Aman Nav, please, sir, let me know express entry law in nursing department. I don't know what the question is. Express entry is same for all departments, but it's not different for nursing department. So it's the same thing. If you want some express entry assessment separately, call me after this session, and then we can go from there. All right. So, but we have to charge a consultation fee for assessment. Otherwise, you can do it on your own for free on the CIC website. Kuldeep Singh, sir, I visited Canada last month and some lawyer claimed that will change my status of work. It's possible. Kuldeep Singh, I have already given my answer to this question in the previous about 10-15 minutes ago. So I recommend that when you this session concludes, then you can rerun the video and then look at my answer. Everything is clearly mentioned that will answer your particular inquiry. Kuldeep Singh, I hope you are doing good wherever you are. Aman Kumar, Aman, I've done my master's in US, don't have work experience, I want to come to Aman Kumar, if you have a master's in USA, but it doesn't matter, USA or whichever country, Canada does not care, whichever country you got the master's from. Canada needs job experience after your education. If you have zero job experience, you are not eligible to apply for PR express entry. It's very simple. Many people tell me, hey, I've got a master's in Stanford or Harvard Business School or whatever school or something. And Canada government says, who cares? You have the master's, good for you. But to come to Canada, get your experience first, all right? And then we will take your application, otherwise no. Who else is joining in? Uddesha Shukla, thanks, sir. Finally met a genuine and kind-hearted guy like you. Wow, thanks, Keen. One day we'll meet you, sure. Uddesha Shukla, yes, probably if you want to meet, I just said maybe I'm planning to come to Amritsar. Maybe if you want to swing by, all right. So, who else is Tarun Juneja? Hello, sir. My timeless law, AR, FSG, medical pass, criminality. The spelling of criminality is wrong. 30 January, background check, not either. Background check, not able to file the NDVO. Good. NDVO, good. Background we're processing, background check, 20 background check, how long? Oh, man. Okay, we don't know, Tarun Juneja. This is hard for me to tell you. What are they checking in your background, declaration? There's something that they're looking at it, and they do not. Each case is different. Sometimes I've seen background checks done within a month. Sometimes takes 1 year. Sometimes takes even several years, 1-2 years. It is impossible for any lawyer to find out what is happening in your file inside unless we get. You can apply for GCMS notes, for example, and hopefully if you know something, but I doubt if GCMS notes will tell you the real secrets why the application is being held. All right. So I hope, you don't mind. Kuldeep Singh, thank you very much. Aman Kumar, thank you. Aman Kumar. I like the word in Hindi, Aman Kumar. Yes. So that's what the thing is, guys. When the express entry application or any application, I would say when they are being processed and looking to be finalized for anything, and they do background check. I have one client in Singapore actually, and I'm surprised. It's been more than, I think, if I'm not wrong, more than 6 to 7 months now. They're checking their background, and I cannot intervene in the application and say, hey, look, why are you taking this so long? I mean, this is a government of Canada internal processing, right? So nothing that I can. Yes, if they will refuse it, then I have the authority to find out, and maybe I can argue with them why. But processing timeline and other things happening, there's nothing any lawyer can do. I hope you have enough patience to understand. That's the reality. Nothing else can happen. So that's what it is. Any other question? I've got the big guy. This is what I read when I cannot sleep in the night. Look at this. It's called Immigration Practitioner's Handbook. This is old, by the way, 2012. We have a 2017 also now. But when I cannot sleep in the night, this is what I read. It has the rules of all the immigration procedure in Canada and overseas. It has a link to Immigration Protection Act and the regulations. So that's what we read. All right. So anybody else who has a question, they can ask me a question and we can discuss that thing. Citizenship laws, citizenship procedure, and the eligibility has changed recently. I don't think there's any citizen listening to me. Otherwise, they could ask me a question. AINP, I already mentioned AINP. I only mentioned people who are trying to convert from visit visa to work visa. I already mentioned about people who have to go to the port of entry to apply and not within Canada. So that's a very, very basic thing to do. I got a case a few days ago about a senior person from India who was already in India with his PR card, but for some reason he could not come back in time. So PR card got expired. Unfortunately, his days of presence in Canada before he left Canada were fewer than necessary. And so he got refused for renewal of the PR card, which is like issuance of a one-way travel visa to come back to Canada to claim the new PR card. Unfortunately, what happened that he contacted some other travel agent in India, and they applied for a visit visa, and he got the visit visa coming. And I was surprised, why did he apply for visit visa? Then the secret came to me through that agent. Was that agent forced him to give up the PR card? That means voluntarily surrender the PR card. And once you voluntarily, that means you're no longer PR unless you have appealed. And then automatically they could apply for visit visa. That person did not understand, but now he understands that voluntarily or involuntarily, he lost the PR card. The agent did not tell him enough. And now he just have a visitor, and now he's trying to get his PR status back. It's not going to happen. He has to start all over again. So be very careful who's giving advice. Kuldeep Singh, thank you very much. Aman Kumar, thank you very much. Davinder Pal, good sir. Thank you, Davinder Pal. Very good. Tarun Juneja should apply for tourist. You can apply for any visa. Tarun Juneja for what? Tourist visa. I think your application is under pending. Why would you apply for tourist visa? I don't think you will get the tourist visa. But what is the purpose of tourist visa? We don't know. All right. So Preet Grewal, IELTS band requirement of nanny. I don't remember. I think you must aim for high and high. I think you should go to the website and check out. I think it's probably about 6 or 7 or so each, maybe. But I think they require very high. The higher the IELTS requirement, I think the better for your application to convince the visa officer that you can do the job, because whatever position of caregiver you are, you better be able to speak English. Otherwise, hey, you'll not be eligible to the job anyway. So check the website. Kuldeep Singh, my wife has, she mentioned as housewife for last 10 years. I'm sorry, Kuldeep Singh. My wife has a Canada tourist visa. She mentioned a housewife for the last 10 years. Well, Kuldeep Singh, you answered your own question. If your wife is a housewife for many years in the previous application for tourist visa, and now how will you apply for her express entry as the main applicant? What experience can you show? I mean, for 10 years, you have shown nothing. So either that was wrong or this is wrong. One of them is wrong. And either way, you'll be charged for misrepresentation. So I think it's a mistake to use your wife right now for any application for directly as a main applicant for express entry. All right. Who else is asking question? Hanji, visitor visa convert ho sakta work permit? Sir ji, main eda jawab ਦੇ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਕਿ ਵਿਜ਼ਟਰ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਕਨਵਰਟ ਹੋਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲਾਂ ਆ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਜਦ ਇਹ ਕਨਕਲੂਡ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਸੇਵ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਤੋਂ ਸੁਣੋ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਵਾਬ ਇਹ ਤੋਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਲੱਭ ਜਾਣਾ, ਮਿਲ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜਵਾਬ। ਸੋ ਹੋਪਫੁਲੀ ਯੂ ਅੰਡਰਸਟੈਂਡ what the thing is. So ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਸਵਾਲ ਅਗਰ ਕਿਸ ਨੇ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਛ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਜੀ। ਹੋਰ anybody else? If you have a question, you can see. Let me see if somebody is asking. I don't know whether this is a guy asking a question. Hello? Yeah, let me call you back in a few minutes, all right? Okay. Kuldeep Singh, that was a different call. That was not a call from here, from this session. I think somebody else was asking. Kuldeep Singh, thanks. चलो फिर और कोई अगर किसी ने अगर सवाल नहीं पूछना तो let me say goodbye. I guess I'll stay in touch and keep checking the update, which I do not. Many people are asking when I'm coming back to Amritsar. I do not know. One more time, I do not know when. I'm still waiting for the sponsor to arrange the seminar. Whenever and if that happens, I'll let you know. I'll post the update here on this Facebook timeline. All right. So guys, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later.